Megan and I just returned from an incredible trip to Eastern Oregon to explore the Wallowas, and it was just as magical as I remembered. And during this trip, we experienced the very best things to do here, and I wanted to share them with you. So this is my Wallowas Top 5. Grab your hiking boots, fill your water bottle, take a hit of that inhaler.
It's hard for someone who has asthma, but you know what? She pushes through and absolutely kills it.
Stop!
What?
Here, can you just put that back?
Yeah.
You make me sound like the biggest weakling.
You aren't a weakling.
Now let's go explore Eagle Cap Wilderness. The Eagle Cap Wilderness is the marquee region of the Wallowa-Whitman National Forest, and you just have to experience it. On this trip, we actually camped in the Kimbo Camper along the Upper Lostine Road, as our hike left from the Two-Pan Trailhead at the end of this road. The other main gateway into Eagle Cap is right outside of Wallowa Lake, super accessible, also has some great hikes from there. But this day was a big day. We are going to hike 8 miles into Mirror Lake and 8 miles right back out in a day. But first, Megan demands breakfast. To be fair, Megan needs a good breakfast before a big hike. We cooked breakfast, got ready, and began our hike. And it was gorgeous, hiking through the forest, through the meadows, by waterfalls, and eventually ending up at Mirror Lake. We had some lunch, took a nice little dip, but unfortunately we just had to rush out of there. Next time we are here, we're gonna camp at least 2 nights, and you should too. I mean, you really only scratch the surface via a day hike, and once you get into this inner area, there's just so many lakes, so many places to see, so much to explore, so yeah, definitely come for a few days. Next up, speaking of lakes, the most famous lake in the area with some of the clearest water in Oregon, Wallowa Lake. You can't come to the Wallowas and not spend at least some time at the lake, or in my personal preference, on the lake. Now the lake has a few key areas. On the north end you have Wallowa County Park, and that is a relaxed environment, slower paced, it's got a little dock there, it's about a 5-minute drive from downtown Joseph, and it is opposite from the entertainment that happens on the south side of the lake, which we'll get to shortly, but on that side you have Wallowa Lake State Park, which is bigger, busier, there's a campground there, and there's a bunch of other stuff, but Megan and I spent most of our afternoons on the slower north end, and it was a little interesting this time because we only had one board.
It's currently working. Megan is kneeling.
But even though we had one board, we were able to get out to this little picnic island. We paddled around, took a little siesta.
Floating little picnic area, but we don't have food, we don't have drink, and it's not sunny, so
those were the reasons we moved on. After being on the lake, let's get vertical and jump aboard the Wallowa Lake Tramway, departing from the south end of the lake. This tramway is a Swiss-made gondola, and it is the steepest 4-passenger gondola in North America, according to them. Tickets are expensive, but in just under 15 minutes, you are taken from the bottom terminal at 4,400 feet above sea level up to 8,150 feet above sea level atop Mount Howard. Once on the summit of Mount Howard, you have about 2.5 miles of hiking trails, some great views, some plaques to just kind of learn about the area. I mean, it's just worth doing at least once if you can stomach the cost. And today we actually did an early morning adventure, and unfortunately there was some cloud cover. You just can't see as far. Apparently on a clear day, you can see Idaho, Montana, Washington, and then obviously Oregon since we're in Oregon, but it's socked in, it's clouded. We can't really see all those states, and we just can't see deep into the wilderness. I think we're already looking forward to some refreshments at the Alpine restaurant. Yes, do not miss the Summit Grill and Alpine patio. This eatery is one of the coolest little spots, so plan on at least a snack up here, and definitely get an order of their beignets. They were just insanely good, and the sugar high definitely got to Megan.
Beignets are my new favorite dessert.
Megan.
Beignets are my new favorite dessert. Beignets are my new favorite dessert.
Oh, we've been trying to get that clip for a little bit. Yeah, Megan was raving about them. They're insane. If you're up there, they are a must-get at the grill.
Anyway, once you are down from Mount Howard and in this neck of the woods, you have an entertainment area that even as an adult is enjoyable. It really is just a kid's mecca. You have scenic meadows, go-karting, Mount Pines mini golf, you've got arcades, Wallowa Lake Pack Station, and a number of other small businesses that just lend itself nicely to a half day or so of entertainment. There's just an energetic vibe on this side of the lake that is just fun for the whole family. And speaking of families, or if you're just coming here by yourself, the home base of the Wallowas and just 5 minutes from Wallowa Lake is the town of Joseph. Joseph is named after Chief Joseph of the Nez Perce people. And with bronze statues adorning the town, you come face to face with the reality of the past, and it's worth spending some time to slow down and learn about the history of this area. It's absolutely fascinating, and it's just a good reminder of where we are. Now, it is worth noting that this is a small town with a population of around 1,000 people, so there aren't that many restaurants or shops. I mean, there are a few. My favorite eatery to sit down after a long day of exploring is Embers to enjoy a beer or a giant pretzel. Now, there are some other ones to enjoy. You'll find your favorites, but you will see them all because this is just a tiny town, like 5 minutes walking from one end to the other. You got to explore Joseph. And an activity beyond just walking the town that always comes up when you mention Joseph, Oregon, is rail riding. Rail riding is an activity where you pedal these custom quadricycles along abandoned sections of railroad to explore the area in a unique and fun way. This excursion company is called the Joseph Branch Rail Riders, and we just had to see what it was all about. We paid more for golden hour, as you can see. It's pretty great, but I think that we're gonna get some epic views. But you do have the choice to be pessimistic or optimistic, and I choose optimism. I'm telling you, we're gonna get a good sunset, baby. But on another note, Megan and I shared a difference of opinion on how fast to pedal.
We don't have to go
What?
super fast. Relax,
Well, then what's the point?
Enjoying the ride and
Oh
the scenery.
my, enjoy.
Slow down.
Okay, slow your roll then. And this is the break if we want to. That really slows us. We pedaled out, I think, 3 miles, and when we got to our destination, our guide was thanking us for supporting the business, and then the sky just lit up, and golden hour was upon us and worth every penny. It is still raining, and against all odds, we got a pretty epic sunset at golden hour. We are here at Joseph Branch Rail Riders. We had a great time, absolutely epic. We'll see you in the next one. Oh, we missed, right?